Hi there guys, God bless you and thank you for joining us. Well, we're back from our suspension, a week in the sin bin for telling the truth. Great article coming from ukreloaded.com. London's West End to be blanketed with AI facial recognition cameras. Because we all know theatre goers are the real threat to safety. Yeah.
At the moment, there's not a single law that mentions the word facial recognition, and the police have essentially been allowed to write their own rules when it comes to the rollout of this technology. And so it's absolutely imperative, with the Home Office backing the expansion of this technology, that there are laws on the books that protect citizens from the privacy and free expression overreaches that this technology inevitably has.
I'm just wondering how long it will take them to implement this nationwide. Hazarding a guess, not very long. In the latest dystopian lunge towards a total surveillance state, the London Metropolitan Police has confirmed plans to deploy static live facial recognition cameras in the West End, including Soho and areas around major theatres and retail spots, with installation targeted for the end of this year. And the point is, that's right, two-tier Britain.
However, I believe it's not used at the Palestinian marches. Why is that? Is that because they're all masked up the whole time, which I would ban, by the way? But it doesn't seem right, does it? If you're going to do that for one march, maybe do it for another, especially when at the other one we have chants from the river to the sea calling for a global intifada. I would have thought that was the one to check. Call me old-fashioned.
Kind of steps to my point a little bit really, but always six, isn't it? Additional areas are slated for rollout in 2027. The fixed cameras mounted on lampposts and street furniture will operate continuously and can be repositioned based on shifting crime patterns. Privacy campaigners, aka those with common sense, warn the move creates digital police lineups. Those for innocent theatre goers and shoppers in one of Britain's busiest tourist zones, escalating a technology already invasively used to scan millions of faces. The expansion fits a clear pattern of UK authorities layering physical biometric surveillance onto existing efforts to shape online narratives, restrict speech and monitor public discourse under the pretext of safety and disinformation control. Come on.
The Home Office delivering a message that can no longer be ignored because something's about to happen that will affect all of our privacy and freedoms. Police forces across the UK have been given the go-ahead to massively expand the use of Orwellian facial recognition surveillance, but there's one thing missing. These cameras are unlike CCTV. They don't just record what you do, your face becomes a barcode in the same way as your fingerprints or your DNA. But get this, there are no clear laws on facial recognition, meaning the police are writing their own rules on how, where and when to use it. Last month, the nightmare scenario became a reality. Live facial recognition was used to scan the faces of protesters for the first time in Britain, putting the UK in the same category as authoritarian regimes like Russia and China. So if we don't set clear limits now, our rights to privacy, free speech and protest are all at risk. That's why we've brought together leading rights groups to put an end to uncontrolled facial recognition surveillance on our streets. There's no place for this Orwellian tech in Britain.
During a 6-month pilot in South London earlier this year, static cameras scanned approximately 470,000 faces, resulting in over 170 arrests, and they claim recording just one false alert. Police claim that non-matches have their biometric data deleted immediately. Gonna plead the fifth.
Sainsbury's are quietly making a massive change that will affect everyone who shops there, and is easy to miss. See this sign? It points to live facial recognition cameras scanning customers as they go about their shopping. What they don't tell you is what happens when things go horribly wrong. An innocent man was recently booted out of this Sainsbury's store when he had done nothing wrong after a facial recognition mistake left him feeling embarrassed and humiliated. We've heard from dozens of innocent people who have been blacklisted from stores up and down the country after being wrongfully placed on secret facial recognition watch lists or being misidentified. Despite all this, Sainsbury's have installed these intrusive and discriminatory cameras in 7 shops across London. This week, you have a chance to tell the government that what Sainsbury's and other shops using live facial recognition are doing is wrong.
Met Commissioner Sir Mark Rowley described the technology as one of the most revolutionary technology advances in policing in recent years. Adding, public confidence in this is clear. Around 80% of Londoners support its use. Baloney.
Where there's a facial recognition van, you've covered your whole face up like that.
This man didn't want to be caught by the police cameras, so he covered his face. Police stopped him. They photographed him anyway.
There's no law. There's no law against covering your face. Yeah, okay, well there you go. You let him go then.
Well, maybe it's, see your face?
Maybe it's because I don't consent to being on there.
Oh, right. Okay, why's that?
Because I think it's a bit of a government overreach.
Oh, right, okay. That's fine. Can we take your details down? Is that alright?
I don't cover my face, I cover my face. Don't push me over when I'm walking down the street.
The police said this was disorderly behaviour, so they gave him a fine.
I've got a now £90 fine. There you go, look at that.
You let them know that he's got a right to cover his face and he can walk away.
The thing is, we live in a country which is free. We don't have to carry ID. So we don't live in a state where the police have the right to see your ID willy-nilly. This takes away my freedom because you're IDing me without asking.
Refusing to put the shovel down, Rowley also stated the force wants to build on our success by introducing this capability to the West End and Soho by December. The use of static cameras will help us continue cutting crimes in high footfall areas in central London. So let's hear from the banker, spelt with a W, aka Mr. Bunged Up.
I can announce today that following this meeting, we will establish a national capability across police forces to tackle violent disorder. These thugs are mobile, they move from community to community, and we must have a policing response that can do the same. Shared intelligence, wider deployment of facial recognition technology, and preventative action, criminal behaviour orders to restrict their movements.
Critics, oh I suppose you mean those with an IQ, see something far more intrusive. Yeah, huh? Big Brother Watch's Silky Carlo called the fixed camera expansion an alarming escalation of an intrusive technology which has already scanned the faces of millions of innocent Londoners. So much for consent.
I have no doubt the same will prove true of facial recognition technology in the years to come. At the same time, we will launch Police.ai, investing a record £115 million in AI and automation to make policing more effective and efficient, stripping admin away to ensure officer time can be devoted to the human.
forcing people to enter a digital police lineup in the capital's busiest and most popular destinations is an affront to the idea that you should not have to identify yourself to the police if you have done nothing wrong. To see a play, you must now pay with your privacy. What I don't understand is why can't we use this technology for good purposes?
There's a lot of scientific material available on how facial analysis and face recognition are related. For instance, the gender shade studies showed that some of the famous female black celebrities were mistaken as male, right? Like Michelle Obama.
Jack Coulson, head of advocacy at Big Brother Watch, echoed the concern. Legislation to regulate the police's use of facial recognition is expected in the autumn. Yet the police are rushing ahead with AI monitoring of the public under their own rules. We are calling on the Met to stop this experiment until at least Parliament has spoken. Yes, so much for democracy. Policing by consent is a cultural inheritance we must protect. Permanent biometric surveillance of the public square is incompatible with that ideal. Hear, hear. Liberty director Akiko Hart, oh bless that ticker, described the West End move as a major escalation and urged the Met to pause expansion until proper legal safeguards exist. What are those? A joint civil society push, including Article 19 and Big Brother Watch, has already written to the Home Office demanding future facial recognition laws protect privacy rather than enabling unchecked state power. Those pesky demonstrators that merit facial recognition. Oh.
I cannot believe this. I'm in Camberley High Street, which is a small suburban town on the border of Berkshire and Surrey, and we've got the police using facial recognition. There's tons of police there. There is not anything going on. There's no protest. There's no major event. This is just people doing their shopping. Starmer is absolutely turning Britain into China.
Previous deployments underscore the rapid creep. Big Brother Watch highlighted live facial recognition operations in Waltham Forest and Islington in mid-June, labelling them as enormous expansion of the surveillance state that sets a dangerous precedent. Clearly that was ignored as well. And so, let's hear from the war criminal Blair himself.
Facial recognition can now spot suspects in real time.
Sorry, can't do it. Earlier warnings detailed government moves to broaden the technology's use nationwide and documented cases of, here it is, innocent people wrongly targeted, including shoppers ejected from stores via facial recognition systems.
Public announcement, look what they're putting up in the ends. Yeah, facial recognition with the cameras, and also if you walk past it with your phone, it takes your IP address. It takes your IP address. So if you're coming on the block, yeah, just know that this thing takes your IP address when you walk past it. They're setting it up now.
Guys, for me, this is part of the technology that will be turning people away at food stores and the like when you have not got the mark of the beast. Just find it so interesting how it is that they are policing food to this degree. So let's have a little look-see at the 5 key arguments against live facial recognition. Coming in at number 1, the attack on our privacy. By subjecting us to constant biometric ID checks, it presents one of the greatest attacks on our privacy in living memory. Number 2, threat to democracy. By treating all of us like suspects, it reverses the presumption of innocence, the foundation of our democracy. This isn't military law where you are guilty until you are proven innocent. In British law, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. Number 3, threat to free speech. It has already been used to target protesters in the UK, which has had chilling effects on our freedoms. Number 4, discrimination. Research shows that this tech is biased against women and people of colour. Number 5, no legal basis. There's no specific legislation mentioning facial recognition in the UK. The old bill are writing their own rules with the use of this tech. The facial recognition technology is presented as essential because root problems, including crime linked to failed integration and lax border policies, remain unaddressed. London's West End, long a symbol of British openness and culture, now risks becoming a permanent testing ground for mass biometric monitoring of ordinary citizens who have committed no offence.
There's not a single law in this country that has the words facial recognition in it. There's never been a debate in the House of Commons about live facial recognition technology. Compared to how we've approached other technological advances like DNA and fingerprinting, these are really significantly legislated, regulated capabilities because they're so intrusive. And that's what stops, a police officer coming up to a member of the public and saying, I'm going to take a DNA swab now and put it on a database. Unfortunately, with facial recognition, that is completely missing. And that is why today 65 parliamentarians, which is the most significant democratic engagement there's ever been on facial recognition, have come out alongside us and 30 other rights groups to say this needs to be put to an immediate stop.
And permanent AI-enhanced surveillance infrastructure in public spaces undermines the principle that the state must justify intrusion, not assume it. Real security comes from competent policing, secure borders, and addressing the policy failures that create high crime environments in the first place, not from turning every street corner into a digital checkpoint.
Look at it. Hold on, let's see where it goes.
We read in Romans 3 verse 10, as it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all mankind, for all have sinned. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. The Lord is long-suffering towards us, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. If you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that's not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. In Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection, we see the price was paid in full, as we read in 1 John 4:9. In this the love of God was made manifest amongst us, that God sent his only Son into the world so that we might live through him.